What it do, what it do, what it do. Welcome to Humble Good Times. I am Eden the Hero. Welcome. I am feeling really good sitting here doing this weekly update of my journey through adversity. I feel good today because I left church feeling really amazing. I finally attended the what they call is a growth track where it basically takes you through the steps of how to become a member of the church, and it helps you, get to know the pastor, first lady, and their staff. So I got to meet a few people even before this, and it just feels it felt good to be around people because y'all know I've been living alone and got my babies, my cats, and I've been attending my small group, which has been awesome. Like I really enjoyed the small group because it is really a small group of people. There was at one point like at least maybe 7 or 8 people attending, but yesterday was like, well, actually the last 2 weeks it was like cut in half to like 4 people. I gotta be honest, I'm really comfortable in that type of setting with less than 5 people. I could probably do around 5 to 6 people in a setting of group, but anything more than that, it kind of gets for me overwhelming. Like today at the growth track, it wasn't so much overwhelming because like when I first got there after the service, there was few of us, just everybody kind of spread out at their separate table, and as people were coming in they were going to other tables, but I'm just like, I'm really not mad at the fact that people don't want to sit with me because I'm big on my personal space, especially like when I'm like attending the service and people want to come in and out of the aisles, because it's not like there's pews, there's chairs and they separate. So people need to come in, walk into like the middle of the aisle. I don't like having to sit in the middle. I don't like having to sit between people. Again, it's my personal preference, a personal space, which I enjoy. But overall, I mean, it was a cool, it was cool because the pastor knew my name, so he agreed to me like, "Hey, what's up, Eden?" I'm like, "What's up, pastor?" Like, I like stuff like that where they don't make it such a big deal to go out of their way to say hey, and like people do that and it's cool. I'm not one of those people that'll go out of my way to say something to someone, but there was one guy that came up and sat with me. He was cool. Like, I actually sat next to him at another service, not today's service, but at another service, and he remembered me. And at first I did not remember him because it was dark, and I really don't make habit of looking at who's sitting next to me. I'm really there to receive the word and to get out of there. But I'm trying to just embrace the discomfort and become more a part of something instead of like hands off. It's hard. It is really hard, only because it's like, as it's someone that is transgender, it's not that I'm insecure about being transgender. I'm more concerned about people just not seeing, just trying to figure me out, but just treat me like a human being. Ask me my name, give you my name, I'm Eden. Period. So the guy that sat with me at the table after service, he did not make it awkward. He was just talking, asking me my name, and we were just, talking about where we're from. It was just seamless. Like, I like those type of interactions because we're two human beings talking. It doesn't have to be about him being a man, me being a trans man. I don't get caught up in that, and I don't obsess over my identity so much. But at the same time, I'm still finding who I am as a trans man versus, I know I'm going to be seen as man out in the world. So it's just, that's the part that kind of like is a little nerve wracking in settings of people not knowing who you are. So yesterday I did open up to one of the girl that is the lead, the head of the small group, the one that created the small group. I opened up to her about being transgender because she's just cool as hell. Like, I knew there was something about her that wouldn't judge. She comes from Chicago. She's brought up a few times about how wild her past was and everything, and she's just very much just she's a free spirit, but she's still Jesus believer, and I dig it. So I told her about it. She was cool about it. She was just really thankful that I opened up to her about it, because I was like, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I feel like I could trust you. I'm transgender. And she was like, oh, okay, well, I appreciate you telling me, because I was like, yeah, I just wanted to fill everybody out before I open myself up to that, because if someone's gonna feel like, I don't know, I can read people really well. One, who can receive it well, and who may just have a problem or feel like, I really don't want to be around you. I don't usually give people the ick. I usually get the ick from other people. So, but it was just cool to be able to open up and to let someone in on, and then just expressing what I'm going through as far as just my adversity overall. And yeah, so that was just a blessing to be able to do, and to be received in a way where it wasn't like, well, I don't understand what that is. No, she understood what it was, and it was cool. Like, I don't know, she may be like, she may respect it and she may not believe in it. She didn't go that far into expressing whether she does or not. Maybe that down the road she might. But there was just a respect. That's all I asked for. Just respect me as Eden. I don't have to be Eden the trans man. It's just, I'm Eden. Treat me like Eden as a human being, from one human being to another. Alright, so this week I have been so consistent about waking up at 8, walking 30 minutes first thing when I wake up. It goes wake up, brush teeth, use the bathroom, pray, do my daily devotions, and receiving a message, and then getting on my treadmill and doing my 30 minutes of walking. And I've been getting my other strength training done after I eat breakfast and stuff. So then I was getting to bed by at least 10:30. I was 10:30, 11 o'clock, 10:30 in bed, 11 o'clock falling asleep. So it's been super important for me to do that, to try to just work on my body, because I've been doing all this. I've been working out, but I'm seeing no results. in some ways, mainly my stomach, where I'm trying to cut that belly fat and really lean out more. So week 1 was a success. I will say yesterday my emotions got the best of me because I was triggered by a call from my mom that I'm not going to go into details of why she called, but it was something that triggered me because there's just this imbalance in our relationship that I struggle with. I'm someone who, like I said, I don't have to overcomplicate anything when it comes to any relationship, whether friendship, family, or romance, or just partnership or whatever. So I've told you guys in the past, when my parents, like, they don't see me as I see myself. They do not properly they don't use the right pronouns, is what I'm trying to say. And so yesterday, it wasn't so much about the whole identity thing. It was more about just this feeling I've been carrying, and I'm getting to an age now where I just realize, like, I'm not as close to my parents as I would like to be. But it's not me that's stopping it. That's more on their part. I would like them to get to know me as I am, but it's really where we're not going to come to an agreement on that. There is love for sure, but I'm approaching 40. There's just so much coming up before my 40th birthday that I'm just learning to accept and embrace and just keep going. I got to keep going on and trusting that, my life won't be lived in vain. So what I've come to realize is, like, if there's ever a time where there's like any type of celebration surrounding me, I may not invite my parents, and it's only because I'm going to have people addressing me exactly how I see myself, exactly who I believe I was meant to be. And I don't want the opportunity for them to trip me up or to be how do I put this? Let's say if I'm getting married, I have a wife. They announce at my reception, Mr. and Mrs. Mugar. And how they go, I just know it's not going to be something they're comfortable with. They're not going to be. I've tried to incorporate them with my journey. I told them out of courtesy that I was transgender and I was transitioning, instead of me just showing up like, yo, yeah, I go by this now and not that. And I gave them the courtesy, call them, let them know this is what I've come to realize about myself, and this is how I see myself now. They didn't see me like that, and they were very honest about how they felt about it. And I can only respect that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to convince you. I'm not here to, like I told my mama, I'm not trying to convince you to see me as I see myself. But I'm going to move forward with what I believe that I'm meant to be. So, ever since I transitioned, honestly, there's this, even my siblings will tell you, there's this, like, this piece about me where I don't feel the weight of emotions that, like, I used to. I used to feel a weight of emotions. And taking testosterone has helped me to really understand, like, this is what I've needed for a long time. There was so much turmoil I lived in because I was trying to be this, but it was lost because of take away the beard, voice. They're gonna see me as she. That's how they're gonna treat me. That's how they're gonna. It's just. It got so to a point where I'm just like, I can't live like this. I can't do this. I was scared to transition, honestly, because I knew there was no going back from this. For me, there are some people that have detransitioned because they realize it's not what they thought if it was for them. It wasn't for them. They were more so, I guess, everywhere on the gender spectrum, or in the middle of the gender spectrum, all over I don't know. But for us who transition and stayed transition, we know who we are, because I took my time to really figure it out and to make sure this is what I want to do before actually going and taking the steps to do that. I knew that what it could come with of being like able to, it may be some people I have to leave behind, and maybe some people that speak against it but still love me, like my family. And it is what it is. Like, you gotta live your life for you, period. Can't worry about what everybody else thinks, feels. It does nothing for us, like, to worry about how someone else feels about our decisions, unless it's impacting them directly. But yeah, so having that feeling yesterday was triggered, but then it was like, what day was it? And I had like a really bad emotional break. Oh, it was when I got a rejection from one of the jobs I interviewed at. And I knew I didn't get the job. I didn't hear back from them. It's been weeks. I just assumed they didn't choose me. But then when I got the actual letter in my email, I was just like, this sucks, bro. To have to see the rejection versus not hearing, being ghosted, it was like, it definitely triggered me. It made me really want to crash out. Like, I was having a moment where I was like, I gotta get these feelings out of me. So I was at the library, and I was just journaling at the library, and I was just writing about how bad it feels to be rejected when I'm going through this adversity. Like, I'm really looking for these jobs. It's not like I'm not trying to find a job. It's not like I'm not putting in these applications. I'm always checking my emails, like, but it just sucks. So then I had to go, after getting all of the bad feelings out, I went into a place of gratitude, and I just started writing, like, I'm thankful I have this, I have that, I'm able to do this, I'm able to do that, I have these people, I have that. All the blessings that are in my life. Like, I just had to remind myself of everything good in my life, because things can be so much worse right now. So much worse. Me not being on medication right now and trying to get it, I could be a lot worse. I could totally be a lot worse. And I'm just thankful to God. Like, it ain't no worse than this. Like, I have a safe space that I get to live in, sleep in, cook in, clean in, read, learn, create, express. Like, it's such a place of peace in my apartment, and I love it. But it's still like, it's still a not good feeling to have to get rejected. But I feel like with every rejection, I'm getting closer to that one yes that I'm I'm in search of. Because I'll be honest, even though I got rejected from them, I wasn't 100% really sold on the type of job it was. I liked it for the perks. So I live a few minutes away from there. The pay was alright. The flexibility in the schedule. The hours were kind of crappy too. It was like 10-hour days, 5 days a week. I wasn't feeling that, and it's not like you're getting overtime. So there were some things I was like, it's really not that great of a fit, but it would be cool to like get for the time being. And then the insurance on top of that was like 90 days out. So I'm like, 90 days is a long time to have to wait for insurance. So that was another thing that I wasn't really 100% happy about, but I was going to do whatever I got to do because I was at least getting an income, a higher income, or not high, but higher than what I'm making off of unemployment. But yeah, that rejection kind of sucked. And then the day after that, I got a text message from this one company that I applied at twice, and I got rejected for the first application I put in. The second one, I didn't get no response on, but they text me letting me know that there's more opportunities. So I'm like, oh, let me go check on my applications and see if it's still active or not. And sure enough, it wasn't. They said not a good fit or something like that. So I'm like, I'm done trying with them. I tried twice. I'm cool. I know they're not for me. But this is, I don't know if today is the beginning of a new week or the end of a week, but we'll just say the end of the week because I feel like Monday starts the new week. So tomorrow starts another week of job hunting. I gotta make sure I put in my unemployment claim today. But yeah, from that rejection, like I said, I almost crashed out, and it really affected me, I would say, the day after, only because I was holding on to everything still, even though I wrote down how I was feeling. I sent a voice message to my friend just telling her, like, I just got it all out, and I just know, like, I'm doing all I can. I'm working on something that I'm really more passionate about than these jobs. And I'm really trying to understand, like, I wanted to have the conversation with the small group lead about, because she's an artist, but she works corporate job, not a creative corporate job, but a corporate job. And I wanted to see her opinion on how important was it for her to have a career versus just a job as an artist. And for me, it's important for me to have both. I do want a career, and then I still want to be an artist professionally. But I know my artistry, I have to be consistent about on the side. And she expressed she did do a creative endeavor that was more of a corporate creative endeavor, but she didn't like it because coming home to try to do something creative, it really got kind of blurred between her job and then her personal time, because she was taking her work home and she wasn't able to really do things for herself that she really wants to express. So for me, I know, like, I want the career, but I want the career until the art, professional art, takes off in entertainment. And I'm very close to finishing my script. I'm in my third act, finishing that up. I'm just gonna write it out, because it's been really hard about trying to follow structure. As someone that I hate creative structure, but it's a skill, it's a technique that is important in script writing. So I'm gonna just write out everything I want to add to the movie, and then I'm gonna print out the script, and then I'm gonna go through editing, cutting down, moving stuff around, like really just take the time to like pare it down to where it's more concise. Got the 3 acts, I'm very clear on where the story is going in and all that stuff. So that's where I'm at. My goal is to finish by my birthday, so that's next end of next month. Can't believe next month I'll be 40. It's so crazy, man. It is super crazy. And the guy that I was talking to at church today, both our birthdays are in May, and he's about to turn 39. I was like, oh, I'm 39 now too. And he was like, well, I'm about to turn 39. I'm like, oh, I'm about to turn 40. It's so weird. Just glad I don't look it. Glad I don't feel it. I don't look it. Mentally, I don't know. It's like, I know there's a mature part of me, for sure. There's a responsible part of me, for sure. But there is another part of me that is such a youthful, naive spirit. So I'm going to leave it here. But this has been a good time. Or it's been a humble good time. I am Eden the Hero. Peace.